For the first time since 2020, Canada began accepting applications from talented foreign immigrants in July, marking the reinstatement of the Express Entry system for the federal skilled worker class. The Express Entry system is in charge of 3 different programs. 1. Federal Skilled Trades Program. 2. Federal Skilled Workers Program. 3. Canadian Experience Class. Invitations to apply are sent to candidates in the Express Entry pool based on their comprehensive ranking score. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada award ITAs to applicants in the Express Entry pool who reach the CRS cutoff on average every 2 weeks. Every Express Entry draw this year has been open, selecting applicants from the FSWP and the CEC. CRS in 2022, the Express Entry pool of 1,500 applicants with a CRS score of at least 557 was invited to participate in draws by the IRCC on July 6. IRCC increased draw sizes while lowering CRS cutoffs to below 500 as draws continued throughout the year. The need for workers is still acute across Canada as it struggles to cope with the effects of COVID. Canada has chosen immigration as the main strategy it will use to fulfill its pressing economic demands. This is probably what will drive Express Entry's comeback and the CRS score's gradual decline starting in 2022. Past scores to predict future CRS. Predicting future CRS scores based on past cutoffs may initially appear to be a very simple undertaking. The CRS cutoffs continue to decrease as draws grow and time passes. Realistically, the situation is more complicated. The lack of a distinct pattern in how CRS cutoffs change makes it difficult to anticipate future CRS ratings. The graph that follows corresponds to each draw's CRS cutoffs. Although a negative link can be seen, we are unable to predict future CRS scores since cutoffs do not consistently decrease from draw to draw. Here, see how the trend line deviates from the gradient of the real score. This is a result of inconsistent CRS drop-offs. Future CRS score predictions would be considerably easier if these drops were regular. Further statistical study reveals that among Express Entry CRS cutoffs for 2022, the standard deviation was 21.6. This is a massive forecast error, as any applicant in the Express Entry pool can attest. There are several important factors that make this approach ineffective in predicting CRS. What impacts the CRS score cutoff? The IRCC has entire authority over the CRS cutoff levels that should be used, which is the first and possibly most significant point to note. This means that the department is allowed to determine CRS cutoffs and invite immigrants in accordance with Canada's economic needs and is not required to follow patterns or trends. The most dramatic instance of this, however, occurred in February 2021 when IRCC admitted 27,000 new immigrants as part of the CEC, with the lowest CRS cutoff in Express Entry history at just 75. A rise in CRS score cutoffs as a result of some types of applications already being processed is the second thing to keep in mind. Candidates in the Express Entry pool, for instance, who have received a strengthened provincial nomination through a provincial nominee similar to this. Candidates in the CEC frequently have both Canadian educational background and Canadian job history, 2 characteristics that can significantly raise CRS scores and skew cutoffs for the overall Express Entry pool. The future of CRS. Although the CRS cutoffs for the future are uncertain, there is one significant policy change that will take effect in 2023 and significantly affect how the CRS affects immigration, Bill C-19. This measure, which was passed in June 2022, gives the Immigration Minister the power to divide the candidates in the Express Entry pool into groups based on policy objectives and award ITAs to those individuals. By focusing on particular in-demand professions, the IRCC has already stated its intention to take this approach in 2023 in order to directly meet economic demands. Between 2023 and 2025, 203,220 new immigrants are expected to enter Canada under the Express Entry managed programs, according to the immigration levels planned for the country.